Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? People ask me all the time. Well, let me not say all the time. People ask me though, what are the artists that you choose to cover? How does somebody become on your radar for an artist that you cover? And I tell people sometimes it's headlines. I'm gonna just be honest with you. In the business that I'm in, there are a lot of people that we cover just because their name stays in the headlines. Sometimes it's the music. Sometimes it's other stuff. And sometimes I walk up on artists and I'm trying to do interviews, and sometimes it's the love they show me, and sometimes I just feel as if though I think a person's real or not. Now, YFN Lucci is somebody I've been around 2 or 3 times, man, and every time I've been around him, the energy just seems genuine. You know, I don't know him that well, but he's giving me interviews, and he just have a real energy about him, and I salute YFN Lucci for that. So, with that being said, YFN Lucci is an artist. Just dropped a project, by the way. It's that Ray from Summer Hill joint. I'm rocking with that project as well. The Ray from Summer Hill joint's got a few bangers on it. Obviously, the Boss Life with Offset, and it's got that joint that I'm really liking right now with T.I. called Keep Your Head Up. For anybody going through something, check that joint out. Now, YFN Lucci dropped his project, but he's wondering how can he obtain a #1 album. His sales are not where they need to be. Just to put in perspective, YFN Lucci is cooking. He's cooking up. He's starting to have a lot of down south smashes, but from a mainstream perspective, he hadn't knocked down that door yet. I think that's fair to say. I think YFN Lucci and his team will understand what I mean by that. I don't think he's knocked down that mainstream door yet. Had hits. Key to the Streets probably his biggest record to date, but still hasn't just knocked down that mainstream door yet. But he gets it urban. Right? He is one of them guys in rotation pretty much all the year urban. All right? So YFN Lucci went to Twitter to try to just air out his frustrations. And honestly, he just kind of wanted to have an open-ended conversation with the fans. He said, my first album sold like 20,000 copies first week. My shit too hard. I don't get this new rap shit. My shit's supposed to do like 100K. All right? And let's just be honest. YFN Lucci's probably seeing guys like XXXTentacion do like 120 first week. He's like, what the hell? Like, I'm talking that real shit. So somebody hit Lucci and was like, you got to start rapping about different shit. Lucci was like what though? Put me down. It'd be hard trying to rap about bullshit. I'm with you, Lucci. Somebody else hit him, was like, your shit's not as hot as you think. And then Lucci's like, you may be right or you may be wrong about that. All right. Lucci said, I don't really know what I'm gonna do, but whatever we do, we gotta face it. Lucci also said, a fan hit him, was like, don't count your chickens before they hatch or you'll be disappointing yourself like YFN is right now. Hashtag life lessons. And Lucci's like, I'm not unhappy. I'm just saying I don't get it. I'm too happy and lit right now, nigga. I got an album out and from Summer Hill. That's the big deal for me, and it's really hard to me. That's all that matters. Now, Lucci responded to a couple more fans. One guy said, album sales don't matter no more, bros. It's all about the streams, no cap. And then Lucci said, I got 24 million streams first week. It does matter about the sales. I'll get to that in a second. Lucci also responded to a fan who said, so Lou, I'm going to keep it real. You got your entire album on SoundCloud for free as well. And then Lucci's like, I ain't do that shit. The label said they was supposed to be taking that shit down. And then somebody gave Lucci an idea of how to sell some albums. It's like, you got to go on a promo tour. And you like basketball, you have 3-point shootouts in every city with many concerts for people who bought albums, also meet and greets for album buyers, whatever. Lucci said, I'm going to take that idea and take that into consideration. Now, so I have a lot to address here in a short amount of time. First and foremost, Lucci, if you're watching this video, because I was told a couple of members in this team watch my videos. First and foremost, Lucci, don't change what you got going. You have an organic relationship down south. Here's what I want to clear up between the difference. I just did this in an interview. Here's what's going on between a lot of down south rappers who are around the age 25, 26, and a lot of young rappers who are doing a plethora of views, right? You got XXXTentacion just did like 100 first week. All right. So first and foremost, guys like Lucci, they touch the clubs, all right? The bulk of his money is in the clubs. Lucci, you're going to be good for the next 20 years performing your hits. A lot of these young rappers that hit the scene and they're hot at, right now, they got the kids on lock. You know what I mean? That these kids are fickle. That fan base is fickle. Lucci, I'm pretty sure when you get in these streets or in these cities, you touch the fans, or maybe that's something you and your team working on. If you're touching the fans, if you're doing these nightclubs, black people are loyal. I know people see what they see on social media, but generally speaking, we love our down south artists and we will grow with them. Now, from the music side of things, you'll be fine. You got records, you'll be fine. I know you might have some pressure from the label, and I'm guessing this is where it's coming from, because Lucci's like, damn, I do all these streams, but this shit ain't converting to album sales. Like, I need more sales to put some numbers on the board with my label situation. Your music, you got pain, passion in your music. You get people through the day. It's not this bullshit that's being put in the atmosphere. This is my opinion. Lucci, you'll be fine. The sales are happening over time. You didn't do, to me, I thought he could have did more press with his last project. He didn't, he just dropped an album, and I didn't see a lot of mainstream press, right? I thought he could have did better press. I think the dudes who's hitting you up with like some little promo strategies, look, man, this is the era where bloggers are becoming rappers. I see it every damn day. You gotta touch your fans. I know you do it in the nightclubs, but if you want some of these young kids and these younger fans out here, these teens, you gotta touch these niggas. These kids want to be wanted. They want to felt wanted by the rapper, right? That's like the opposite of what we used to. These kids want to be felt. They want to felt wanted by the rapper, right? They want to feel like you care. You give your time, your energy. You care about us, even if it's fickle. You gotta figure that out. Now, Lucci, I think you're doing just fine. I'm a fan of the music. I like this. Like I said, I like this project, but I like a lot of down south rappers who struggle in their music, and Lucci definitely has that on a project like this. I've seen this happen before with a lot of rappers, and they finally got over their hump, like probably a couple years older than what Lucci's at right now. I think if he stays consistent to the music that he's making, I think it will pick up for him, and I do believe he'll start to knock down some of those doors of success, get with some doper producers, and I think he'll be fine. What y'all think, though? Lucci says, look, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with me, and I'm not selling albums like I want to. Label on my back. What the hell should I do to sell records? Talk to me, comment box below, and hell, give Lucci some ideas if you got some. Like I said, man, I fuck with Lucci music the strong way, and I think he'll be just fine as long as he stays committed to that craft, and keep touching these people in these clubs and doing more press. I think he'll be fine. And let's just keep it 100. Lucci name ain't in the rumor mill like that. Like, I've seen the rumors with him and Regine Carter. That's something recent. But Lucci ain't really got a lot of bullshit around his name, and that doesn't sell. The Shade Room can't pick that shit up. They'll pick up when you're dating Regine Carter, though. You know what I mean? Bullshit sells, and a lot of down south rappers are trying their hardest to stay away from it, and the beefs, because a lot of these niggas' lives really real, and they bump into these guys, so they'd rather not even have issues like that. A lot of some of these teenage rappers and early up-and-coming rappers in their teens and early 20s, they don't mind starting a little drama with a lot of these rappers because they know it ain't gonna get real. I'm just calling it, the truth. Thank y'all for the time. Let's support. I don't take it for granted. Let's help Lucci out, man. Check out that out, Ray from Summer Hill. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty.